As we head into March, it is time to look at the top 10 charts of play-to-earn games across CoinGecko, dappradar, and play-to-earn.net. Stay tuned. Before we reveal the top 10 list today, I do want to shout out our sponsor ZenSports, who right now is having a whitelist for their NFTs. They are into creating esports play-to-earn games and sports betting. So you can see their whitelist. There'll be benefits for IRL if you go out and get their NFT. If you're interested in sports and esports, you should definitely check out this project. Half of the top 10 list, most people already know about those games. So let's start with something different. Number 10, a game called Supremacy. Based on its points in the play-to-earn charts is Supremacy, which is a mech battling game where you can also watch on their 24/7 live stream, and you can apparently earn while watching as well. So this game is actually one I covered weeks ago, and based off of one of my community suggesting this game. It was in a top 5 video, and I was like, I don't know, it's got some interesting concepts with the watch to earn, but I'm not oversold on this. The team actually reached out and commented on the video, and they were very thankful, they were very gracious. So it's a very active team, and you can see it's a pretty large team. They're able to make some pretty high quality trailers like this. I think even Crypto Stash covered this recently, so you can see it's getting some traction now that it didn't have when I covered this weeks ago. So you can see here, Supremacy again is a mech battler that's going to be a 24/7 battle arena. They have the roadmap. They've definitely cleaned up their website since I reviewed this last time, and now they have their token sale already out. I think there's some gameplay already out for early access members. You can see some of their war machines and NFTs. In phase 3, there's going to be a syndicate where you can kind of build up a guild and take on other people. And then there's human pilots. So I guess there's going to be a VR headset now coming to the game in phase 4. Again, you can see here, this is a large team, 50 plus members working on this project. Then you can see some of the NFTs, what they're going to look like here between the mechs and the guns. So I will admit, all their design and graphics and trailers look amazing now. The one thing I'm not sold on is where's the gameplay. It's apparently launched, but I can't find any footage. I looked at this Twitter. I don't know if this is old alpha footage or how recent it is. You can see it looks a little bit dirty and dusted to me. I would like to see some of it cleaned up, but you can see some of these battles look cool. And the bird's eye view I'm not completely sold on, but the more 3D person looks a little bit better. So maybe one of these days we can get someone from the team Supremacy. If you're watching this video, I'd love to have you on one of my Thursday podcasts to check out and hear from you guys more directly. I'm still not sold on this idea of watch to earn and influencing the tides of the battles with buying up these tokens. That feels a little gambly to me, or I guess I don't know fully how it's going to all work out with all these tokens and all this watch to earn. So yeah, let's hear from the project and get more about it, but it's definitely a game that is now cleaned up a little bit from the last time I reviewed it and is starting to pop off on some of these charts. Number 9 is a game most of you already know, and if you don't, check out my channel. So let's move on to number 8, the game called Ethlass. The 9th game with the most amount of points that I didn't really know much about, and maybe you didn't either, is called Ethlass, and they have their NFTs coming out calling Comos. Their mint days is just a few days depending on when you're watching this video, March 2nd. Now again, this is one of these games where their website frustrates me because I can't even tell what kind of game it is initially. So if we're just scrolling through their webpage, you can see they're talking about the mint. They're talking about how, they're the best voted project by Polygon, which is impressive. I don't know where's the link to prove that. Number 1 game on play-to-earn.net doesn't mean much because usually that's just based on social scores. So it depends on, if you are pumping up your social media, you can manipulate that pretty easily. Their total supply is only 8,337. So again, that's kind of a little bit of a bummer. I want to see more games that are willing to print a higher mint amount so that there are cheaper entries for krills like you and me. You can see here that their cost for the pre-sale is 24,000 of their token X gem, and then the public sale is 30,000. So if we go over here to CoinGecko, you can see that if you multiply that, even the pre-sale 24,000 is $285. Again, just another project that feels too expensive for what it is. Now, one cool thing that they are doing is that they have already come out with some arcade games, which we'll talk about here in a second. They talk about gem staking, which if you see a number like 702% APY for staking, it's either one, because that's the max amount, and then as people stake, the algorithm will push down that APY like we've seen in Splinterlands go from 200% down to like 30%. So there are algorithms like that, or it could be the fact that it is actually 702% APY. But Remember, if you're getting 702% APY, so is every other player. So that means the token is inflating like crazy if this is actually true for every single player, and there's no algorithm to push that percentage back down as more players stake. So eventually you're going to have the Como Clash NFT game, which is the turn-based strategy-driven battles. From what I could tell in their white paper, it looked a little bit more like something like another Axie Infinity. Now they do have a 3D world and metaverse that you're going to be able to be playing in, but again, this is pre-alpha, so it doesn't look too great yet. Hopefully they can improve some of the graphics over time. And then again, it's really hard to find what does their Como Clash game even look like or do. You can see here in their picture, you're going to build your own team of 3 Comos to capitalize strengths and cover up. So again, just kind of reminds me of something like Axie Infinity. We're seeing a lot of games just do this 3 card, 3 NFTs, and go out and battle. So you can kind of see here your 3 NFTs battling some kind of boss monster. Again, it's screaming out Axie to me, but maybe they're going to implement more. But so far as the little gameplay that they've put out for their actual NFT game, I am not sold on. Now, the one interesting thing is that they are giving away tokens and getting people interested into the game by putting out arcade games that you can actually go out and play right now, connect it to your Matic wallet, and earn things that you're going to be able to play in the game and use their tokens as well. But as I said, you can get free gems if you verify. If you go onto their Twitter, you can then participate in these daily prize pools of their arcade games, which one right now is the Bounce. You can also see you can get some of these material drops, which I think you can use in game. Again, they're just little mini games, so you can see like this one, I'm just trying to bounce off the wall and keep my little black dot alive from hitting the white spikes. And, you know, as long as I can survive for 15 rounds, which I can't, then you get to spin the wheel, claim stuff like your common ore. If you're high up on the leaderboards in some of these tournaments, you can win pretty big money in crypto right now. However, in my skills and abilities, you know, arcade games, usually there's a couple really insane players. And honestly, I think for the most of us, it's probably going to be hard to win big on some of these leaderboards. Ooh, finally got a score above 15. And we get a wheel spin. Let's go. And let's spin the wheel of fortune. And totally rigged. We get 3 gems. Let's go. So there you go. You can see my inventory. There's the ore showing up. You can go to the marketplace and convert your gems. I can't even find a conversion rate because I only have 3, and you need a minimum of 1,000 to convert them over to the X gem, which is actually on, you know, as an ECR token. So ultimately, the arcade thing is a little bit fun, and I guess, you know, if you want to go try to grind this game for free and just play all these arcade games and get really good at them, maybe you can earn some tokens, but overall, it just seems like a fun kind of gimmicky marketing strategy, but ultimately not something that's like game-changing, right? It's like fun, it's cool concept, but ultimately this project is one that at this point, unless they can get more gameplay out there and tell me, hey, this Como Clash NFT game is going to be like Slay the Spire. We're going to make some really in-depth card gameplay and dungeon crawling mechanics. Then that could be interesting to me. But until then, it just seems like potentially another Axie with some extra additional benefits or little gimmicks to it. Number 7 on the charts was Thetan Arena. So let's move on to number 6, which is a game called Gunship Battle Crypto Conflict. And in 7th place, we have Gunship Battle Crypto Conflict for its high rankings on Play to Earn, even being one of the most visited games on playtoearn.net over the February period. And, you know, obviously I don't like games that put something like crypto or NFTs or blockchain in their game name. It makes me worried that they're only trying to appeal to Play to Earn gamers now, not trying to bring in other gamers into the space. So that is one mark against it for me. Also, their website looks a little, you know, messy, not too appealing here, but one of the things that is nice, it is free to play and play to earn. You know, we don't know if it's free to play and you can earn, or do you have to start, you know, buying up their NFTs and tokens to earn, and the free to play is just no earnings at all. I don't really know, it's hard to tell, but you can play this game on the App Store, Google Play, or Windows, so mobile or Windows, both are options. To be honest, it's kind of hard to find what gameplay looks like. There's a couple pictures on the Google Play Store. You can see this one, you know, maybe it's like a Clash of Clans strategy game, base building here. That one looks a little bit messy to me, but you can see there are other aspects to this game, and then you're gonna have your warships, your fighter jets, all those things, and then you can build out your base. This one looks to me a little bit cleaner, and this is something I can see people playing on their mobile devices, probably not so much as a Windows game. Then you can see their token here, Milico. Honestly though, there's not that much information. Like, they need to have a white paper, they need to have some tokenomics out, like, you know, how much is the team holding, when do they get them, all those things are a little bit concerning to me. And it doesn't look like there's a 2 token system either, so it just probably is like an in-game currency, and if you want to swap it out for real world value, you can, but likely if it's not a 2 token system, then this probably is just going to inflate over time, and I don't know how much you're actually going to be able to earn in this game. Of course, there is an airdrop event that you can go enter in. If you want to participate, you can go and participate in all 3 of these, and a 4th airdrop event coming soon. And then again, you can go pre-register on the App Store or the Google Play Store and get some free stuff. So to me personally, this game isn't too appealing to me, but again, I'm not huge into mobile games or games like Clash of Clans on my phone. I would rather play more games on my PC. So, you know, maybe if you're a big Clash of Clans strategy, tactical mobile game player, this could be interesting and you can go get yourself some free tokens. Other than that, I don't think there's much to say about this game, and again, not one that I'm going to be really diving into. At number 5, we have another game topping some of the play-to-earn.net charts, which is going to be Chromatic Souls AFK Raid. Next up, you can see the trailer here for Chromatic Souls AFK Raid, which is an upcoming mobile tactical RPG game that is also on the blockchain. So you can see here pretty basic stuff. They're going to have NFTs that affect the game. You can craft them, you can trade them with other players. Then, just like in most mobile games, you defeat monsters, you're going to grab their token, and then those tokens are going to be part of the C2X blockchain. One of the reasons this game is climbing on the charts is because I think it's coming up soon in this game release. You should see it in Q1 for at least the PvE. Q2 will have the world bosses, and then in the Q3 of this year will be the PvP mode. You can also pre-register, and it'll give you some in-game items that you're going to be able to use to hopefully rank up faster. So again, not much gameplay out here, but you can see on the Google Play Store some of the photos of what the gameplay is going to look like. Nothing that's too crazy to me that's popping out, but again, you know, maybe this is one of the games where if it is free or easy to get into, maybe it's just a game that we play for now on our mobile phones just to have something as we wait for some of these bigger projects to come out with their games. So again, this is one of these games that I'm approaching like, hey, if it's free or easy to get into and I want to play something on my phone for a little bit, I'm not a huge mobile gamer, but I know a lot of the world is. So maybe there's some validity in that. Maybe you can earn a little bit here and there, but it's probably not going to be the next big blockchain game or something like that. Remember where we're at with blockchain games. There are still lots of projects being developed, and it's too early to really create the huge, you know, amazing immersive 3D MMOs that are, you know, take years to build. Really where we're at right now is a lot of mobile games are probably coming out like this Chromatic Souls AFK Raid that we can play until, you know, some of our more favorite games and, you know, bigger AAA titles come out. And the last game that we're going to talk about today, almost taking down Axie Infinity on the charts, is the game Undead Blocks. Then lastly, Undead Blocks was number 2, only falling to Axie Infinity across play to earn, social media scores, and hype. Really, Undead Blocks has just grown like crazy as far as traction on all these sites. And, you know, I was really excited. I covered this project in a video. The one bummer on this was the price point. That was like the one thing I was like, okay, I was so excited until we got to that. And also the Ethereum network that this game is going to start on, but it is going to be moved to a layer 2 solution in the future. However, that does mean even when this coin launches, we're probably not going to get it because it's on Uniswap, and that's just going to be a lot in gas fees to try to get some of these tokens. It is going to be something like Call of Duty Zombies, where you're going to be in a horde of zombies, you know, trying to survive as long as you can. The longer you survive, the more of the token you're going to earn. So the gameplay honestly looks at least fun compared to a lot of these other blockchain games that are coming out. There is the closed beta coming soon in April, but unfortunately that's not going to be the full multiplayer game. That's going to be later out this year. Again, the price point is what is killing me here. You can make more NFTs. You guys are one of the first blockchain really shooter games that actually looks fun and cool to play. Why not make more NFTs and just drop your price a little bit? You can still make the same amount and let more players get into this game. You're talking about 0.1 ETH just for the knife and pistol playable in game. That is still going to be, depending on the price of Ethereum, $250 to $300. You know, and then you're talking about 0.5 ETH, which is just, you know, a crazy amount to get into these games. A lot of players just can't afford that, especially me and my community. Everything, honestly, besides the Ethereum part and the high price point, everything else looks good with our, being able to use controllers. You can earn guns by staking your tokens. There is a 2-token system, a governance and an in-game, so that, you can have one inflationary and one that people can hold on to, and hopefully it'll appreciate over time. The other only small little caution flag was the team was at 20% for their tokenomics. But other than that, the game looks cool itself. It's just one of those another games where you're like, why can't they make it cheaper to get into for us krills? If somehow maybe you're not a krill though, maybe you're a minnow or a whale and you do want to get into this game, there are whitelist opportunities if you, engage in their community, if you're a content creator, or if you're doing some art and memes for them. I can definitely see why this game is popping off. It looks like a really fun game to play. I just hope that they can implement some future things to make it cheaper, or, potential rental system, scholarship, something like that. Because getting into these games for 0.1 ETH, even at the minimum, is just too much. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about these top 10 games, which one you're most interested in, and what games that you saw that you just, maybe you want to rag on, maybe you want to criticize. So interested to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments, or you can join the Krill Crew Discord and we talk more about these games there. For now, peace out, Palam, adios.